So the question we are asking today is, does Meross matter? And to tell you the truth, they definitely matter. And let me tell you, all the cool kids are doing it. As you can see here, there are tons of companies out there that are already diving in to Matter, which is the latest smart home communication network.
Some of you might be asking, what is Matter? And I thought no better way to help answer that question than to ask good old ChatGPT. And you can see here, Matter aims to standardize the way smart home devices communicate with each other, regardless of the manufacturer. The goal is to improve interoperability and simplify the setup process, allowing them to be controlled with a more unified interface.
If you've heard anything about smart home technology, then you know right now Matter is all the rage. So the great folks over at Meross sent me over their latest Matter smart plugs to show you guys. Now, smart plugs are perfect. They can be used in all kinds of different scenarios where you might want to power on your non-smart devices. Maybe when you come home from a long day, or maybe when you're ready for bed and you just want to turn on that lamp. Smart plugs work out great. Without further ado, let's dive right in. As you probably already saw, you can pick these up straight from Meross's website for about 35 bucks. But if you head over to Amazon and check out the Meross storefront on Amazon's website, you can pick them up for 35 bucks, but there is a coupon for $15 off, which will take them down to roughly 20 bucks. That is an awesome deal for a 2-pack of smart plugs. Now we are going to get these added into the Meross app, which would also work with HomeKit, and we'll check out what all we can do with it, maybe even get them added into Home Assistant as well. So without further ado, let's get started.
So this is the Meross MSS 115 Matter Smart Plug. You're not going to get a whole lot in this package. This is a 2-pack of smart plugs, so we'll get 2 of them in there, and some instructions for how to get them added into HomeKit or whatever smart home setup you might have that supports Matter. But other than that, you can see there is a QR code on the top side of the plug, and then on the left side of the plug is the power button. But other than that, that's pretty much it as far as this smart plug goes. Now, as for the specs, these will support up to 15 amps max load. There's not any kind of energy monitor capabilities with this smart plug. I know there are some smart plugs out there that actually do provide a lot of energy monitoring information, but these do not. The button does light up so you can physically see if the plug is on or not from the LED on the button there. Now, these are pretty small form factor, and at first glance I actually thought you could put 2 of these into a single wall outlet, but you can't. They're not quite small enough to fit 2 in there, so you would only be able to use 1 per wall outlet, unfortunately. But that's it for the most part on the specs. Let's go ahead and move on to the next step, and we'll get this thing added into the Meross app. Okay, so installing this plug is simple. All we really have to do is plug it in. And if it is the first time being used, then it should be in pairing mode, as you can see here by the blinking light. Now, smart plugs are great for all kinds of stuff, whether it's lamps, maybe coffee pots, or even just making sure that your power is turned off to certain things to preserve electricity costs. Smart plugs are a great way to do that. Now, adding to the Meross app is pretty much just like adding straight to Apple HomeKit. It's really simple. As you can see here, we are in the Meross app right here. We're going to hit that plus in the top corner to add a new device. We will select the smart plug category here, and then we are looking for the MSS 115, which is this Matter smart plug. Now next up, it says to plug it in, which we have already done. So we'll go ahead and skip on to the next step there. Make sure the light is flashing. That's how we know it's in pairing mode, which we again already know that our plug is ready and in pairing mode. And now we are ready to basically scan the QR code on the top of the device. Now you do have the ability to type it in manually, which is what we are going to do. I don't get good light right there next to the wall, and so it's kind of hard to scan that QR code. So we're just going to type in the code manually, and basically now we're just going to wait for it to complete the setup. And boom, there we go. It's asking for a location, so we can give it a location if we want to. I'm going to say living room here since that's where it's going to be, and I'm going to call it reading lamp. So I'm going to have this plugged into my reading lamp, and maybe I can do some automations and stuff with Alexa to have her turn this light on when I'm ready to read or I want to read a book. It gives us a couple of different options to choose what type of device it is. So if it's a fan or a light or just a switch, we have the ability to make that selection here, and we are done. That's all it takes for getting it set up in the Meross app. And if all you are wanting to do is get this set up in Meross and use with Apple HomeKit, then you are done. But if you want to nerd out a little bit more and get this thing added into Home Assistant, then follow along with the next step. The main thing you need to do if you want to add this Matter Smart Plug into Home Assistant is that it needs to be removed from the Meross app. If you do this, then it basically puts the device back into pairing mode, making it available to be added into Home Assistant. Once you do that, it pretty much works the same as everything else. Here we are in the Matter integration section of Home Assistant, and we can just click on Add Device. And as you can see, now it wants us to scan that QR code again, or as we did before, we can add that code manually, and it works pretty much the same. We'll just give it a little bit of time here to get connected and complete the setup. And boom, it's now added into Home Assistant. We can give it a name if we want. But other than that, you can see we have it added here, and both setups were pretty quick to do and didn't take much effort at all. I was happy with both. Let's go ahead and move on to the last section, and I will give you my final thoughts. So we're going to start with just a little bit of footage showing you kind of the response time. For starters, we'll do the Meross app. You can see, I mean, it's almost instantaneous. You turn it on, the lamp goes on. You turn it off, the lamp goes off. Very quick. Now, we also have footage here with Home Assistant as well. And you can see the response time, maybe just a hair slower, but again, very good on the response time, very quick. I was happy with both of them. So I'm telling you, more and more Matter devices are becoming available. More and more manufacturers and brands are coming out with Matter devices. So you're going to start to see them a whole lot more. Pretty much all of your hubs that are coming out now all will support Matter. They're really trying to make Matter wide scale. So I mean, a 2-pack of these plugs straight from Meross is $35. But like I said already, if you pick them up on Amazon, especially right now at the time of this video, with that $15 off coupon, you can get it for $20. That is a sweet deal. $10 a plug. You can't really beat that. And I'll have links to Meross's website as well as their Amazon storefront in the description below. If you're not interested in this particular product, they have a whole bunch of different smart home products ranging from HomeKit to just Wi-Fi enabled. Definitely worth checking them out.
I want to thank everybody for donating to my Buy Me a Coffee link. Every little bit helps. If you haven't had a chance, head over to my spring merchandise page and check out all of the Burns home automation merchandise. And if you're looking for the latest smart home gear, you're going to want to check out SMONET. I'll have a link in the description below. Head over there and see what deals they currently have running. And if you're looking for the latest smart window treatment, you're going to want to check out Smartwings. I'll have a link in the description below for them as well. Head over there and see what deals they currently have ready. And if you're interested in buying and selling stock or maybe cryptocurrency, you're going to want to check out Robinhood. I'll have a link in the description below. You sign up with that link, you and I both will get a free share of stock. It's a win-win for both of us. If you liked the video, please subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions or comments, hit me up in the comments below. As always, if there are any videos out there that you'd like to see that I don't already have out there, let me know in the comments as well, and I'll see if I can't get something put together for you guys. Otherwise, I'll see you guys around.